What's up, everybody out there watching this? Hope you enjoy it. If you don't, you don't, and you don't have to watch. My stomach feels really full. Ate too much food and I ate too fast. But you people out there don't care. I just hope this stomach ache goes away so I can do this video. I'm gonna do it anyways. I'm just saying I ate too fucking fast. This video is my NXT year-end picks last night on Tuesday night. It's up on my YouTube channel already, available to watch if anybody wants to watch it. I did my WWE year-end picks. Well, tonight, doing this during Tribute to the Troops. I got it on right here by me. The main event is next. Anyways, doing this during Tribute to the Troops, my NXT year-end picks. Last night, as I said, I did my WWE year-end picks. So hopefully you enjoy my NXT picks. Maybe you won't agree with some of my picks, but too bad because they're my picks and not yours. If you want to do your own picks, do them on Twitter or make a video and do them. So here we go. My NXT year-end picks for 2015. Here are some of the categories that I picked. Wrestler of the Year. Most Improved Wrestler of the Year. Most Improved Diva of the Year in NXT. Best NXT Diva of the Year. I have an award called Get Out of the Ring Award. Not award, but category. Called Get Out of the Ring. People who I think should retire or just get out of the ring and quit trying. And I think you're pretty smart. Whoever's watching this, I think you can take a guess who wins and who will be my pick for the Get Out of the Year or Get Out of the Ring pick. I'm pretty sure you can guess who that is. She's a certain diva that has all red hair. What else do we got here? NXT TakeOver Special of the Year is a category. Most Shocking Debut is a category. Match of the Year is a category. Tag Team of the Year is a category. NXT Theme Song of the Year is a category. I don't have that many categories, but here we go. I'm going to start it right now. It's like Tribute to the Troops is back on, about to have the main event. I'm sure I'll miss a lot of it because I'm doing this video, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. I'm sure they'll put Tribute to the Troops on the network in about a month, and then I'll watch it. And I've saw most of the second hour of Tribute to the Troops, but I am going to miss the main event. It's going on right now. And it just started. The Usos are in the ring. Here we go. Most Improved Wrestler of the Year in NXT goes to Baron Corbin. I think this guy is really improved. In most of 2015, he's gotten better and he has improved in the ring. So Baron Corbin wins for Most Improved Wrestler of the Year in NXT. Now I'm going to go to, I'll save Wrestler of the Year for last. I'll go to Theme Song of the Year. The best theme, in my opinion, that was in NXT in 2015 was Becky Lynch. Love her theme song. It's fucking great. It's just an awesome theme, especially when she was in NXT and she'd come out at Full Sail, the crowd be chanting along with her theme. It was awesome. So Becky Lynch wins for NXT Theme of the Year, even though Becky left, I think in July or August. She left NXT. But still, Becky Lynch wins for the best theme song in NXT. Also, I could have gave it to Sasha Banks because she has a damn good theme. Most Improved Diva of the Year in NXT goes to Carmella. I'm a big fan of Carmella. I think she's gotten a lot better in the ring. She has improved a lot in 2015, and in 2016 I think Carmella will get even better and learn even more and become a better women's wrestler. So most improved diva of the year goes to Carmella. I know a lot of people out there might not like Carmella and she might annoy you, but that's your problem. I'm a fan of hers. Now, for the best NXT Diva of the Year goes to, drumroll, goes to Bayley. Bayley was the best female, the best diva, the best women's wrestler in NXT in 2015, no doubt about it. Bayley was the absolute best, in my opinion. And since she has been NXT Women's Champion, Bayley has carried the division and basically has carried NXT almost. You could say Bayley is the most, one of the most popular in NXT over the champion, Finn Balor. And Bayley has a great fan base. She has a lot of adult fans and she has a lot of kid fans. So Bayley again wins for Diva of the Year in NXT. NXT Special of the Year. It comes down to, let's see here, three shows, three NXT takeovers that it comes down to. And I'm going to pick one. NXT TakeOver Respect, where we saw Bayley versus Sasha in the 30-minute Iron Women's match. That was awesome. NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, that was great. It was a great show. Of course, the highlight and the match of the show was Bayley versus Sasha. They stole the show. And NXT TakeOver London, which just happened a week ago. Last week, 7 nights ago, or 7 days ago, was NXT TakeOver London. It was a very good show. The crowd was great, and it was pretty damn good. But the winner of NXT TakeOver Special of the Year, the winner that I pick is NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. Because of Bayley and Sasha, I cannot say enough good things about that match. It was epic. It was awesome. It was great. It was tremendous. It was women's wrestling at its fucking best. It was great. It was awesome. Bayley versus Sasha, they definitely stole the show at TakeOver Brooklyn, and the main event, Finn and Kevin Owens in a ladder match, was after Bayley won the championship. Not even Kevin Owens and Finn Balor could top Bayley versus Sasha, because that was a match of the show and probably the match of the year in all of WWE. So NXT TakeOver Brooklyn wins for NXT TakeOver Special of the Year. And the other specials, I believe, were NXT TakeOver, I think it was called Unstoppable, I think. And maybe another one, or I just think it was Unstoppable, NXT TakeOver Unstoppable. Maybe NXT TakeOver Fatal 4-Way was another one. And then we had NXT TakeOver Brooklyn and NXT TakeOver London. But NXT TakeOver Brooklyn wins because it was the best takeover in my opinion. Now on to Tag Team of the Year. Even though they have not been together for the entire year, I'm going to pick for Tag Team of the Year in NXT. Could have went to Enzo and Cash. Could even went to Blake and Murphy, another great team. Could have went to Dawson and Dash, another great team. Even the Vaudevillains are a great team. They were tag champs for a while. But my Tag Team of the Year has to go to Jason Jordan and Chad Gable. They are money. They are the best tag team in NXT, period. They are the best tag team probably in wrestling, in all of wrestling today, is Chad Gable and Jason Jordan. They are the absolute best tag team in wrestling today. Now on to most shocking debut in NXT. Could have been James Storm when he came out and made an appearance. I believe he wrestled 2 matches so far in NXT. I don't know why James Storm wasn't used on NXT London, but whatever. Maybe he didn't sign a contract yet, and I don't know what's going on. But I'm pretty sure James Storm should be back in NXT in 2016 because he's not going to leave to go back to TNA. That's for damn sure, even though TNA would probably offer James Storm a big money contract to come back because they want him just back from NXT. But the most shocking debut, it does not go to James Storm, even though his debut was good. And it was great to see him show up on NXT because he deserves to be in NXT, and WWE deserves it because he gave like 13 plus years, or over 12 years he gave to TNA Wrestling, and he gave them everything he had, so he does deserve a WWE run. So I'm happy for James Storm that he left TNA and went to NXT. He'll make more money in WWE NXT. He'll be able to work more often. Like every month they do house shows. TNA does 0 house shows. And I don't even know how much TNA pays their talent because all they do is a whole bunch of TV tapings days in a row. So I don't know how they pay their talent. Most shocking debut goes to Samoa Joe. When he showed up at an NXT takeover, I think it was in May of 2015. I don't remember the name of the takeover. But Samoa Joe came out. Kevin Owens was champion still. Kevin Owens left. With the title, Joe got on the mic and said, "What are you scared? What are you scared, Owens?" And he wanted to fight Owens, but whatever. Owens left, I think. And he did leave. Owens went to the main roster full time and dropped the NXT Championship to Finn Balor at Beast from the East, live special from Japan. But Samoa Joe is the most shocking debut in NXT for 2015, in my opinion. Now on to the two last picks I have. I'll go with, up next, Wrestler of the Year goes to Finn Balor, the reigning NXT champion. Finn Balor is the winner for the Wrestler of the Year in NXT. He was great all year. I did not see Finn have a bad match the entire year. The guy's money. The guy has a look. The guy has an in-ring talent. He doesn't really need to talk that much on the mic because he just doesn't. Especially if he uses a demon character. There's no reason really for Finn to cut promos. But he can talk still. He's a decent talker, but he's great in-ring skills. And he has a great gimmick. And he has a look. So Finn Balor, I see him becoming a huge star when he goes to the main roster. Hopefully he becomes a huge star and gets a major push and becomes a future WWE World Heavyweight Champion. So my Wrestler of the Year for NXT's Finn Balor. Now, the final pick for my NXT picks, year-end picks, is Match of the Year. Goes to NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, Sasha Banks versus Bayley in August. The night before SummerSlam. It was epic. I mean, I got so into this match. I got so emotionally invested in this match. When Bayley kicked out once, or when she kicked out once during the match, when I thought she was not going to kick out, when she kicked out, I popped, I marked out, and I was screaming. I was that into it. And I haven't been in that much into a women's match ever. Even Trish versus Lita in the Raw main event, I was into it, and I was happy to see it, but I didn't mark out and scream and pop and shout and yell. I was screaming and shouting and yelling and marking out for Sasha and Bayley at Brooklyn, at TakeOver Brooklyn, because it was that damn good. It was just great. The fans loved it. They got into it. Everybody watching was probably invested in it and had their favorite of who they wanted to win. I wanted Bayley to win the championship because I thought it was her time and she deserved it. Obviously, Bayley did win. That was awesome. And when Bayley did win, finally, and then Becky came in, Charlotte came in, they all hugged. And then Sasha came in, they hugged each other because they're all great friends, all four of them. The four horsewomen. We all know they're the four horsewomen in NXT, and they were. That's where they all started together, was in NXT. So I'm sure they're all best friends, and they have great respect for each other. But when they hugged, when Bayley and Sasha hugged in the middle of the ring at TakeOver Brooklyn, I got emotional. And I had tears running down my face. I cried a little bit, and I had tears coming out of my eyes. And I'm not a crier. I'm not a big emotional guy. I don't cry a lot, if ever. But I just seen Bayley and Sasha hug, and them crying made me cry because I was that happy for them. And I was that happy for women's wrestling that finally, if it's not going to happen in the WWE, finally women's wrestling is getting the respect it deserves. I've been a supporter of it for over 10 years. And if a lot of women right now in NXT and the WWE main roster, a lot of them are great, great women wrestlers, and they can work with anybody and have a great match with anybody if given the chance and given the shot. They could steal the show. So I'm really glad NXT has focused on pushing the women's division and giving women's wrestling and fans of women's wrestling. NXT is giving women's wrestling a real opportunity and shot and a chance for women's wrestling to shine. So Sasha versus Bayley at TakeOver Brooklyn is my NXT match of the year. It was epic. It was so damn good, and as I said, at the end of it, when they hugged, I got emotional, and I haven't cried at the end of a wrestling match. I haven't cried since Ric Flair retired, or since Shawn Michaels. When Shawn Michaels retired in 2010, I did have tears running down my face. I did cry about Shawn Michaels retiring because I love the guy. I grew up, when I grew up, before I was a teenager, Shawn Michaels, and as a teenager, Shawn Michaels was my favorite wrestler. So seeing him retire was very sad. At WrestleMania 26, I cried when Shawn Michaels retired and walked up the ramp. I cried because I'm a big Shawn Michaels fan. And I also cried when Ric Flair retired because I'm a big Ric Flair fan. And I'll just say I also cried when Owen Hart died. And they did that Raw tribute for him. And they showed his face up on the Titantron. I cried for that. I broke down and cried. I wasn't a huge Owen Hart fan, but I just broke down and cried because I couldn't believe it, that Owen Hart died. And then Eddie Guerrero, when he passed away, I broke down and I cried really bad. I broke down and I cried like a little bitch because I loved Eddie and he was a hell of a talent. So, this ends my NXT year-end awards for year-end picks for 2015. Again, here are my year-end picks for NXT. Wrestler of the Year goes to Finn Balor, the current champ. Match of the Year goes to Sasha and Bayley at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. Most Improved Wrestler of the Year goes to Baron Corbin. Most Improved Diva of the Year in NXT goes to Carmella. NXT Diva of the Year goes to Bayley. Get Out of the Ring pick goes to Eva Marie. Get out of the ring and retire, please, honey. You're not going to be a top women's wrestler ever. So just get out of the ring, Eva Marie. And I don't know what planet you're living on. When you're in the ring, you look like you're in space. And you're just staring into space and like you're living in space. So I don't know what planet you're in. Get out of Star Wars. Get out of Star Trek, Eva Marie. And get out of wrestling, please. So the Get Out of the Ring award, or Get Out of the Ring pick, there's no awards here. Get Out of the Ring pick goes to Eva Marie. Takeover Special of the Year goes to NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. NXT Tag Team of the Year goes to Chad Gable and Jason Jordan. NXT Most Shocking Debut of the Year goes to Samoa Joe. And that is all my picks. I did them all. Hope you enjoyed it. This was my NXT year in 2015 picks. Have a great Christmas. Excuse me. Have a great Christmas if you celebrate it. If you don't, then just have a great weekend. And have a great Friday if you don't celebrate Christmas. And have a Happy New Year, everybody. I'll be back doing some videos probably after Christmas on Saturday or Sunday, probably. So, have a great Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays and Happy New Year. Bye for now.